brunch, New Orleans style. Boy, we got some dishes for you guys, I'm telling you. Wait till you see this. Forget all that. I'm getting right into it right now. We're going to, absolutely. You know, how you guys doing? Good. All right. You like waffles? You know, it's one of those things that, you know, a lot of people don't do anymore. So I wanted to kind of do a little simple. What? You like waffles? Okay. We're going to get you one. Absolutely. We'll get you one right away. Watch this. What we're going to do is we're going to add some dry ingredients together. This is regular flour that I sifted with some sugar to make it sweet. And I've got some ground pecans. Yeah, we'll make some pecan waffles. I got a little baking powder so that they get nice and poofy. Little pinch of salt. We love that. So that's the dry ingredients. Wow, that was difficult. Mix those together. Now let me show you one of the tricks here for this great waffle batter. First of all, I got a couple of eggs here. And what I want to do is I want to temper these eggs. First I'm going to add the milk. And then I'm going to add some vanilla because I love vanilla. Vanilla makes me happy, happy, happy. All right, now, I've got a little butter in here because I'm still trying to support the dairy farmers. Got to keep those guys going, you know? Just a little butter. Relax, this is going to make like 300 waffles. All right. Now what we're going to do is this. We're going to take that mixture and we're going to start working in the dry ingredients to this. And hopefully it'll work. It's going to work. Doc's got a little stirring music going on over there. Now, you can put as many pecans as you want in here. You want to make sure that all of the flour is incorporated in your batter. Just like that. Now I'm going to show you another one of my secrets. I got to watch how many secrets I show you. I got a couple of egg whites that I whipped up. This is the key right here to a great waffle batter. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do this folding technique because Doc's got a little folding music that we're going to fold those egg whites right in there. We're going to fold those in there. How about it for the Doc? Now, let me show you this. One of the keys, this waffle iron, is that you should, you know, they got that spray stuff. Never really understood that spray stuff. I don't know. What we're going to do is we're going to fill in our waffle iron here. Well, that's not all we're going to do. Wait. We're not even out the bullpen yet. Let's see. Usually it like goes all over the place, which I love. Now, speaking about what I love bananas. Yeah. And you know, New Orleans is a big, big banana thing. So watch this. I got some more butter right here. Some more butter. And you don't have to really sweeten this too much if you don't want. I'm going to add some bananas in here and some pecans. Now, you know, on the East Coast and then up north and where I grew up, maple syrup was a big thing. Down in Louisiana, it's steamed syrup, this cane syrup, and it's maple syrup here. So maybe we'll use some maple syrup. We'll pour a little maple syrup in here. Just because it may not be sweet enough. Now, if you like more bananas, you can do more bananas. And if you like strawberries, you can do strawberries. And we're going to check on our waffle. We need a couple of more minutes. All right. So you said, you know, see, that's why I don't make waffles. They're always sticking and doing all that stuff. You got to really like butter it good or oil it really good. That's the whole key to most of these waffle irons. I mean, not just like a little brush. Because as you saw it, the first one that we did, like, sort of had that little air pocket and it looked like a car ran over it. But anyhow. We're back. So now, how I like to do these is I like to sort of lay one down nice and hot like this. And then I like to just kind of do a little powdered sugar thing. Well, I kind of like that powdered sugar thing. So it's... Then, I like to take this mixture. Wait. I told you, we're not even out the bullpen yet. And then I like to, what you could do is, like, since pork fat rules, you could do a few rashers of bacon right now, Then I like to do that top layer thing, too, you see? All right, we won't get carried away. We'll leave it at that right now, all right? So there it is, simple, all right? The next dish I'm going to do is a real New Orleans classic, and it's called egg Sardou. I don't know if you've ever had egg Sardou. Emily. Here, honey. Go ahead, dig in, make some friends. That's all right. Be careful with that. Try that. So what is egg Sardou? Well, it's this New Orleans dish that really is used and served a lot on weekends. We kind of do a lot of brunches in New Orleans. And egg Sardou is really simple. First is that you got some fresh artichokes. I'm going to show you how to do this. Now, everybody's kind of like mystified with this artichoke thing. Hey, not a problem. A little salt in the water, you peel up the artichokes, take the peels off, cut them in half. I can maybe show you how to do that, and that's what you get as the bottom, okay? So we're letting these kind of get fork tender. That's one important ingredient for egg Sardou. The other important ingredient is a hollandaise sauce, and we'll come back and talk about that. It's just a measly hollandaise sauce, But the real key is the creamed spinach, which is the base. So, what you got to do is you got to start with some butter. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just sort of add a little bit of flour into that butter, really, really lightly. Okay, that's right. We're going to make a little roux, just like kind of a loose, nothing thick. And we're just going to cook this out real simple. So we got our artichokes with a little salt. La, 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 la. Hey, this one might work this time. You got to really butter it good, folks. I know that, the manufacturer's deal there. Great. Okay. You like waffles? All right. It's the waffle police. You never know what's going to happen on Emeril Live, All right. Here, come on up. Come on up there, doll. All right, we're balancing off the room. There you go, honey. Happy birthday. All right, so here we go. Artichokes are going. We got a little hollandaise sauce. Now, watch what we do. We take this milk like this. We kind of add that into that roux. Once it's cooked a little bit, we add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. And this is what you do. You take some spinach. And now we're going to make this sort of cream spinach thing. All right? Yeah, no big deal. No big deal. It's just cream spinach. So the artichokes are going on. Now we've got this cream spinach thing happening, seasoned with salt and pepper. Okay? And on this skillet right here, what I got here is some simmering water. Now what you want to do trust me on this, with that simmering water thing. See how that cream spinach will just keep adding a little milk. If you don't like milk, use cream. You don't like cream, hey, use water, you know. So we've got this cream spinach, and I'm going to turn the heat off this spinach now, and just sort of, or really what I want to do is turn it down really low. And because the spinach doesn't need to cook for days, you know. It just needs a little action here, a little heat. So now we got the cream spinach. All right, let me show you this. How do you get the most perfect poached egg? Very simple. You got to use a little acid, and in this case, you should use a little vinegar in your water. Not too much, because that's really going to sort of, the acidity in that's going to really just kind of keep the albumin together, and I'll show you what I mean. You crack an egg in this thing, and then you just sort of let it go like that. Let me show you again. Use a cup like this. Crack your egg in there for the perfect poached egg, okay? And then just use the cup. That way the egg yolk doesn't break up. One more time, just in case you might have been falling asleep. Use a cup like that, and it's that simple. Speaking about simple, let me show you really, really how simple it is, and it's just like this. The classic Eggs Benedict is one dish. The classic Egg Sardou, oh, you want to talk about good. You see how the spinach is still nice and green? We didn't cook it. Now watch this. You take the spinach like this, you see? You want to talk about being happy. You want to sort of towel dry this egg yolk, okay? Put like the artichoke bottom there and the artichoke bottom right there. You see that? Now it depends. Really, really depends how you kind of like your eggs. Let me just go back to the artichokes for a minute right here. Buck, we can get a shot of that. If you want to kick it up, you know, I've got some salt in there. A lot of people, they're confused about this artichoke thing. One of the things that we do in New Orleans, well, we do that with a lot of things, is we really kick it up with spice. And some of this, like either liquid or crab oil, inside of there, really kind of spicing up the artichokes. That's a beautiful thing, too. And then classically, I'm going to take this out and put this back in the water for a minute. Classically, there's a term used for a lot that's called a blanc. And what that means is that if you sieve a little bit of flour through a china cap with cold water when you're starting these artichokes, the sort of the natural bleach and whitening in the flour will actually keep these from discoloring. The other thing that we do a lot in American cooking is just use lemon. So you want to put a couple of lemons in there, and the acidity of the lemon or vinegar or some sort of red wine vinegar will keep these from discoloring. Perfectly for me, I don't care what color they are. I just want to eat them. So what I want to do, I'm going to show you how to finish up this dish. When the artichokes are fork tender, what you want to do is you want to take them out. And if you want to take them out, and you can do these certainly, folks, ahead of time, too. Then you can just take them out and saute them in butter if you'd like to do that, too. And you got all the bases covered. So getting back, right, we want to put down that cream spinach on your plate. And then what I like to do is sort of present it where the artichokes are just like this. I like to first come back and just hit the whole dish with sort of cracked pepper like this. And then what you should do with a towel or a paper towel, I don't like putting them on a plate with eggs because they're really hard to get off, and then you have a chance of breaking the yolks. So what I like to do is this. Just take the paper deal like this. Make sure you got enough so you don't burn your hand, of course. Just kind of use that like that, and then the water is done. You've accomplished that, and then you can put the poached egg just like that. Show you again. These are like medium to medium hard now, but just kind of do that with your hand, making sure that you don't burn your hand. Put the poached eggs like that, and you got another beautiful thing. Now, nobody said that eggs Sardou have to be poached eggs. Classically, they're done with poached eggs, but there's no egg patrol board driving around in a car wondering if they're scrambled, over easy, or whether they're poached, you know? Yeah, we're going to kick it up right now. And now, and how you like to finish this and how they finish it in New Orleans, usually with a good Sazerac or Bloody Mary, is just a little bit of hollandaise sauce like this. And I'm going to show you this hollandaise sauce because there's a lot of people confused about that. Now, if you want to do a few slices of truffle on this, hey, knock yourself out. You can garnish it any way that you want. I'm going to use a little bit of red and yellow pepper today, okay? And whether it's egg Sardou or classic or not, it needs to be kicked up a notch, so it's just going to, bam, just like that, and that's it. All right.